Before I get started, I'd like to explain my 7-card Know Thyself or Know Yourself spread that I'll be using for the readings. I gave it this moniker because it's easy to understand the meaning of the 3 top cards of the spread. The top left-hand card is What You Know. The central card is What Can Be or Is Yours. And the card on the right is Self or Self-Awareness. 3 mini Rider-Waite cards will be the clarification cards underneath the main cards. And the card on the right will be the future card. Hi there, Gemini. Let's see what you have in store for you in the Ides of March tarot reading. And then after that, I'll do a I Ching reading for you. Up on the top left for What You Know, you receive the 4 of Wands. It's a card of varied meanings, and typically I say, yeah, it's a group of like-minded people that worked towards something and accomplished it, and now they're celebrating together. But with the Hermit card underneath it, I just don't feel that. It's like a project that's come to a successful completion from hard work, maybe just a solo flight. But it also has the feeling of harmony and celebration for this one personal accomplishment. This card can also portend some kind of rites of passage celebration, like a wedding, graduation, commemorations. And it can also foretell positive ascensions. It can indicate success in business, marriage, family relationships. And all in all, it's more like a releasing of something that was constricting your life. Now the clarification card is the Hermit. At times the presence of the Hermit symbolizes your desire to change in your unconscious inner self. It's like a cosmic mission of desperately seeking you. Changes that are sparked by the Hermit are very meaningful, and because it's a major arcana card, it's long-lasting. The cards between 8 and 14, from Strength to Temperance, are all about outside worldly influences. But here it wants you to go in deep inside yourself and away from the distractions and influence of the outer world for some kind of self-discovery. This is an unaccompanied leg of a journey to seek the inner light of wisdom, represented by the seal of Solomon of the Star of David that's glowing in his lamp. According to the Bible, wisdom is the reflection of eternal light, a spotless mirror of the workings of God, and an image of His goodness. It's a breath of power that renews all things. When you return from the self-imposed body and mind isolation, you're required to share your knowledge and wisdom with others. The Hermit card is about Virgo, person that loves to be loved, but also needs to let go of a lot of old baggage, shed fruitless emotions and desires, and really find your true self. Up in the top there of what is or can be yours, it's the Eight of Wands. It's a funny card. It's the only card in the tarot deck that really doesn't have an image of an entity or a person or an angel. It's like a hazy miasma is clearing, and you hit a tipping point where an immovable mountain finally moves. It's important of sudden change. And all of a sudden everything's going full speed ahead. But this is also a warning not to rush into anything, even though it feels like all the pieces in the puzzle are falling into place. And also doors of opportunity are swinging open. This card can also indicate travel. And of course with the Six of Swords underneath it, maybe it is indicating some kind of travel. But it could also be just a mind journey instead of a business or vacation destination. Whatever it is, it's indicating that you're moving forward. You want expansion. And also you want open waters for your sails to catch the wind. The clarification card for the Eight of Wands is the Six of Swords. It's also a card of movement and card of moving on. It's like it's time to get your sextant out and plot a new course of action. You have to review, where are you now? What do you want to do in life, and where are you going? How can you make a seamless transition from the present to the future? I think really you have to allow the wisdom from the Hermit of the enlightenment of the inner self that you discovered to sail a boat into more placid waters under clear skies, because this card indicates travel also. In yourself and self-awareness, you see the Two of Pentacles. Two means decision, or partnership, or balance. I can see a lot of things going on in this card. You have two movement cards right next to it. Travel, motion. And it's only a natural progression for you to now be at the point of making some kind of decisions, or maybe it's a challenge of burgeoning ideas that you need to winnow out into good decisions. Because underneath is the clarification card, which is Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune also says change is at hand. That dramatically sways from the status quo. You have to accept this. Really is time, if you're hanging on to the past, to let go of it. The present is already the future, and the past is always present in our lives. But we don't want the past to haunt us, so that we can go on forward into the unknown future. Because the fate of the Wheel of Fortune is really out of your hands. It's one of those, it's out of your control. But what the wheel does is it offers opportunities and new chances and new choices. And this is like giving you the green light, the cosmic green light, that whatever decisions you do make, it appears they'll be very successful. Now the future card is the Hermit. It's kind of gone a full revolution. You had the Hermit in what you know, and now you have the Hermit in the future card. And you've already learned and did some self-discovery, or you're doing this right now. But the Hermit can also bring an epiphany. And yes, you realize during this epiphany that you had the answers all along. You just had to find them. So here's the deal. Either now or you're going to be a mentor, or some kind of mentor came into your life to light the way for more enlightenment. Because once the Hermit has discovered himself and gone out of the self-imposed isolation, he's required to go off the mountain, be guided by the light and the staff which guides him to help other people. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.